what I am going to talk is mainly a bird's eye view of what has happened during this blackout phenomena, what should have happened, what should not have happened, all these things here. And in the process, I also would like to give some incidents with which I have been involved over the past 3 or 4 decades. First of all, I told you that the blackouts are not uncommon. It has been taking place all over the world, and more so recently because the systems everywhere are getting aged, and no replacements have been taken into consideration, and therefore systems are suffering and they are becoming very critical and heavily loaded. Seeing that most of the observed blackouts and grid failures, many of them are not because of any technical reasons. These are all made up of man-made problems. Morning I was talking to you about one incident where I happened to be a member of the inquiry committee for the grid failure in 1986 in the Delhi area. When we went to the load dispatch center and inquired what really happened, then he showed us this logbook of the voltages recorded at the Panipat substation 400 kV level on that particular day. The 400 kV bus voltage came down to 325 kV. So then we asked him, how is it that when you knew that the bus voltage was so low because of overloading, you did not take up any load shedding? He says, sir, there is one problem here. What is the problem? The PLC network, which was used at that time for communicating the data to the central control center, was not functioning. And second one is, this logbook was made by phoning to the concerned operator at its various substations in the evening. What has happened in the morning? So there is a time delay of almost 12 hours. And therefore we could not take up any action. Then I said, suppose you knew, would you have taken up any action about the load shedding because of the voltage being very low? He said, sir, there is a rule here that in Delhi area, there should not be any load shedding. For a fellow to go all the way there to record the energy consumed. Now, this was tried in North America, where of course people are more knowledgeable, and the society also guides, unlike here. In BC Hydro, in Canada, a strong opposition was there for replacing the meter readers. But there the number is not very large. So they trained them in some other skills and got them reappointed. But in India, first of all, we don't learn new skills. Reluctant. Suppose you have got a old typist here asking to learn something on MS Word, he is not really willing to do that one. It's very difficult to really make these meter readers become computer experts so that they can be sent to control centers. So what happens to all these people? It is going to be a social problem. Maybe that also is a point for discussion. The last one is about this national solar plan. Government has announced that by 2020, the country should have 20,000 megawatts of solar power based on silicon PV solar cells. To 200,000 crores to be spent for setting up a 20,000 megawatt of solar power. Now the technology of this solar cell is changing very fast. The old silicon technology has been found to be inefficient and costly. New materials are being discovered. The latest one is the tellurides. They have got an efficiency of 35%. The solar efficiency is 11%. And they have found out also that the efficiency goes down for the solar cells. These tellurides can be made into thin films. In fact, what was made in the laboratory is you brush it on a plastic surface so that they can be pasted on the surfaces which are not plain. Unlike the present day PV panels which are hard. So when the technology is changing so fast, is it desirable to invest 200,000 crores on a old technology which is likely to be replaced in the very near future. I talked to Mr. Surana, but he says that will take about 10 years' time. But I don't know the way the research is going on in other countries. It's very fast.